a moment of zen, a piece of beauty within this world of disgustingness. This is a new mural that has been painted. There's a bunch of. Here's the thing. Where I live, out in the Coachella Valley, quote unquote Palm Springs, right? There's a lot of gated communities. There's a lot of walls on the outsides of those gated communities. There are very few murals throughout this entire valley, unless you go to the east side of the valley, where it's the lower income side of the valley, where a lot of the farmers live, and there's more farmland out in Coachella and Indio and Thermal. Places like that, you'll actually see murals, beautiful murals. And a lot of those murals are old, and I read there's an article recently about how the city is looking to update their murals, which is good to hear. And this one by Maxxer 242, Maxxer 242, in conjunction with the Flat Black Shop in Palm Desert. It's a gallery and art supply shop. They did this beautiful mural out in Coachella. I don't know what building it's on necessarily or where to see it, but I think it's gorgeous. I think there should be. I think the valley, considering the amount of walls that we have, that the wealthy people want to keep the poor people out. Those walls should be covered in murals. There should be so much art in this valley. And the most disgusting thing, so aside from like the poor areas of the valley, Coachella, Thermal, Indio, that kind of area of the valley where there's, lower income, that has a lot of art. The only other place that has murals is in the Palm Springs Museum. But what they do at the Palm Springs Museum is they literally put, quote unquote, urban art, right? Murals, street art. They put that art literally behind bars. The art in that type of art in the Palm Springs area is confined behind bars, which in itself is a message, and it's a very sad message. This Palm Springs, especially, a lot of life. You got like a huge gay community, probably an arts community of some sort. But there's very few actual murals anywhere aside from those specified areas behind bars by the Palm Springs Museum. Disgusting. It is It's the most disappointing aspect of living in this area, aside from the heat, is the lack of art. It is the fact that this whole valley is gated off. Most of the valley is restricted by people. You cannot enter most of this valley because of the golf resorts and things that fill up the area that you are not allowed to get into. And then there are gated communities within gated communities. So even the upper echelon people have two barriers of protection from the normies, from the poor people. So I love that out in Coachella and those areas, there's a thriving art scene, I would say. Beautiful murals and beautifully updated murals. I mean, the colors and everything about this mural is amazing. It has that vibrance of like cocoa. Not necessarily that glowing. It's almost glowing. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of art. Created by this dude, and there should be far more of this art all over the valley. It's one thing that if I had to make a wish to change the valley in one way, that would be one of the easy go-tos for me. Is that after living in like San Diego and Denver, especially where I lived in Denver, it's just like. It's so beautiful to walk down a street and see murals everywhere. It adds so much character. And the character that the valley has are stucco covered walls and overly manicured desertscapes. It's when you think of the definition of the word fake, I think of this valley. This valley is so fake. Most of the people that the valley is engineered for don't even live here. They like live here part of the year, and probably less of the year as it goes. But beautiful work here. I hope it's a trend that spreads to more than just that side of the valley. But great work there.